7 things you'd better know to work smart, work safe.
There are hazards in every workplace, and you, the young and the inexperienced worker, are especially at risk.
You must be able to identify the hazards in your workplace.
You have the legal right to protect your health and safety.
Your employer, your supervisor, and you all have legal responsibilities to make sure the workplace is healthy and safe.
Your employer and your supervisor must ensure you have the training and the equipment to protect yourself.
If you are injured or become sick at the workplace, you must report it to your supervisor.
You need to protect yourself.
Most of us young workers get our first job in the service or retail industries. A lot of us work in fast food restaurants, using knives, hot grease, or grills around food, or we're in factories working in a warehouse or assembly lines, lifting heavy items or using potentially dangerous mechanical equipment. The most common injuries are burns, cuts, and punctures, as well as sprains and strained muscles. Where heavy machinery is used, amputations can occur. Playing a game of table tennis was not something either of these two young men might have considered a few months ago. But this is more than just a game. It's a part of their physiotherapy. Both Marco and Sandy are survivors of industrial accidents. Marco tells of his experience.
I picked up something from the floor, which we were told to do, and pry it loose with our hands to try to pry out the piece of metal that was stuck in the press. So I did that for a little while. Nothing came loose. About a couple minutes later, I had my both hands on the sheet metal, and when I put it through, my arm actually did go through into the machine. There was no guard on it. So my arm, if there was a guard, it would have bounced off. But instead, my arm slid right in about halfway through, and the machine just collapsed on me. When I seen it coming down, I pulled out my arm as fast as possible, but I couldn't save it. And then after that, it was just a shock and panic and pandemonium everywhere. People not ready, didn't know what to do, really scary. My life was over. I was only 20 years old. I just lost my right hand.
Sandy reflects on his circumstances.
It was done so nonchalantly that it didn't even occur to me that anything would be around there. There was never any warnings from anyone to say anything. Obviously, if there was a broom or if there was some kind of push broom in some sense, I would have obviously used it. So I was just piling up and not knowing that there was anything in there, all I was told that it just cannot enter in this chimney-like form. I just take my hand 1, 2, sweeping, and then again to reach over further and felt a tug, and next thing you know, there was no hand. My immediate goal was to get hold of my mother and my father. I wanted the two to be together when they heard the news.